All right. Good morning. Okay. Uh, Gotta get into the game here. All right. So we left off last week on. Let me see here. We left off on the lab. I believe it was this one here. No, this is not. Um, oh, types. So I think we left off here on types, and let me see. No, that's okay. Let me see where we're at because now we're on branching else if else. So we're on branching now, but I wanted to share just in case somebody was lost on it before. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Let's see. Okay, I might be able to pull it up here. So let's see if it shows. Yes, perfect. Okay, let's do this. Let's switch to where is uh, try again. Oh, uh, here we go. Let's do this. Okay, so we left off on lists and um, list tuples and dictionaries, and we kept getting stuck at uh, it was this one, and this one. So the way we were doing it before, I can't remember exactly how we were doing this before, but this got switched in order to replace my flowers two in our list with their flower. So we would have to say, okay, so we want our list. We know that my flower is located in index one, and then we want to replace it with their flower. And then with number six, um, this one I kept forgetting the remove. I was using I was using something different. Um, so anyway, so the attribute, so our list dot remove, and I stated which what I wanted to remove. So their flower. And then we did that with it. So that's what I was doing wrong last time is I was using indexing, but um, we weren't able to use the indexing to remove their flower. So and then this one I kept trying to use the dot remove attribute or method, but I was supposed to use dot and then where the index was. So that was where we were stuck at last. So dot pop and remove is what basically saved us there, or saved me there anyway. Um, so yeah, so I just wanted to say that. So let's go ahead and switch back to, okay. So this is where we left off. I did go ahead a little bit, but I wanted to go through it again. Um, this way you guys can follow along if you wanted to follow along as well. So so Branch concept. People who have worked in restaurants may be familiar with steering people to different size tables based on group size. If we start this, it'll show us that separation. Oops, start again. Here we go. If the party is one, go here. If it's a party of two, go here. Else, go here. We can see that it's using the if statement, else statement in order to sort the different sizes, party sizes here. Consider the example above. A party of one is seated at the counter. A party of two is seated at the small tables, and a party of five is seated at a large table. Okay. In a program, A, a branch is a sequence of statements only executed under a certain condition. Example, a hotel may discount a price only for people over age of 65. An if branch is a branch taken only if an expression is true. Decision leads to two program branches. If the expression is true, the branch executes. Otherwise, the second branch executes. If user is 68, then 68 is greater than 65 is true. So the first branch executes, which discounts hotel rate. Execution rejoins the other branch and continues to subsequent statements, outputting 135. If user age were instead 50, the output would be 55. So it makes sense. I mean, it follows the it follows the path once it breaches like if user age is greater than 65, if that's true, like 68 is true. So yeah, that's true. Okay. Um, hotel rate then equals or hotel rate is then assigned hotel rate minus 20, and then it comes down and continues and finishes off the program for the statement. Okay. Consider the hotel rate example above. If user age is 20, does the true or false branch execute? Oh, okay. So if user age is 20, okay. So 20 is greater than 65. That's false. So we're going to say false branch. If user age was 20, does the executed branch update hotel rate? So 20 is greater than 65, so it does not update the rate. So we're going to say no. If user age is 20, what hotel rate does the program output? So the output would be, what was the original price? 155, I think it was. If user age is 70, with the hotel program output, it would be 135 because we know it's going to branch and give it the discount because it's over 65. Do the last two statements always execute for any value of user age? So no matter what age is inputted here, yes, these last two statements uh, will always execute no matter what. The example below shows how an if branch can be used to compute an absolute value of a number. So let's go ahead and run it. So get input is less than 0, which is true. Val equals val. or negative val, and the output is 99. Consider the example above. If the input is 6, does the branch execute? Yes. If the input is 0, does the branch execute? The false branch will, but not the true branch. I mean, so technically, yes. This isn't specifying. Is there the example above? So I'm going to say yes, or no. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's false. I mean, I guess it was referring to if it was true or not. But yes, I mean, it's either going to be the false branch or the true branch. So, okay, an if else branch has two branches. The first branch is executed if an expression is true, else the other branch is executed. In the example below, if a user inputs an age less than 25, the statement insurance price is equal to or is assigned 4,800 executes. Else insurance equals 2,200 executes. User age input 22, less than 22, yes, so it's 4,800. So if this was anything different, like if it was 23, excuse me, this would the else or the if else statement would trigger, and this 2200 would be it. If it was, oh, I'm sorry, less than. So if it was, I don't know what number I said. So let me start over. So if it was like 30, is 30 less than 25? Uh, no. So, I mean, yes. Ugh, no, it's not less than 25. So this would insurance price 2,200 would trigger. But if it was 23, then yes, it is less than 25. So true insurance 4,800 would trigger and output 4,800. I need to wake up. I need to wake up. All right. So car insurance. Okay, so consider the above. So we're going to look at the above here. So if user age is 18, what price is output? Well, 18 is less than 25, so it'll be true and it'll be 4,800. If user's age is 30, what price is output? Well, 30 is 30 less than 25? No, it's not. So it's going to go false and then 2,200. If user age is 25, what price is output? 25. So if user age is 25 is less than 25, that is false. So it'll go 2,200. For what value of user age will both branches execute? Uh, for what value of user age will both branches execute? That's none. None of them. I mean, both of them won't trigger. Yeah, there you go. For what value of user age will neither branch trigger? Well, that's going to be none as well because one or the other has to trigger. I mean, either the age is greater than or it's less than, so it's either true or it's either false. So both one of them has to execute, so it would be none. For what user age will the output statements not execute? For what user age will be? That's none again. Okay. The example below shows how an if else can be used to get the maximum of two values. Let's go ahead and run it. X, Y, X is greater than Y. So it's just taking us through, it's just grabbing these two numbers here. So it's basically saying X is 55, Y is 79, right? So is 55 greater than 79? No, that's false. So max is assigned Y. and y is 79. So then the output would be 79. When the input is -3, 30, -30. Oh, 3, 0. I mean, you need a comma there, I guess. But um, when the input is 3, -3, and then 0, which branch executes? So is -3 greater than 0? No, it's not. So um, it will be the else statement that triggers. When the input is 99 and 98, which branch executes? So 99, 98, so is 99 greater than 98? Yes, it is. So the max is 99. So the if statement will trigger. This is the if, this is the else. So it basically means if this is true, run this, else if the previous, check was false, then it's going to go down here. The if a branch assigns max x, the else branch assigns max y. If the inputs are 5, 5, does max get assigned x or y? So if it was 5, 5 greater than, so that's still going to be false. So it's going to be y. Okay. Um, if, else if, and else branches. Commonly, a programmer wishes to take one of multiple 3 or more branches. An if else can be extended to an if else if else structure. Each branch's expression is checked in sequence. As soon as one branch's expression is found to be true, that branch is taken. If no expression is found true, execution will reach the else branch, which then executes. Note the else part is optional. If omitted, then if none of the previous expressions are true, no branch executes. Okay. If num years is 25, the second branch executes in silver's output. Otherwise, if num years is 50, the third branch executes golden as output. Otherwise, the branch executes, the last branch executes. Consider the if else structure below. If x is 1, what is the output? So if x is 1, then the output will be agrees. If x is -2, then so this says x is equal to, x is equal to, x is equal to. So none of them will trigger, and it will be else invalid entry. Could the programmer have written the 3 branches in order x equals 1, x equals 0, and x equals -1 and achieve the same results? Yes. In the code above, suppose programmer after the third branch, this one here, uh, inserts a new branch, else if x equals -1, when might that new branch execute? Well, if this was changed to -1, it would be never, because this else statement will see, okay, well, this is true, so it's going to output this, and then it's just going to ignore and not run any of these here. So never. Correct. That branch could never execute, because if x is -1, the first branch will execute, and the latter branches will not be considered. The programmer is making a logic error by inserting such a branch. In the code above, suppose a programmer removed the else part entirely. If X is 2, which is correct? Uh, so if it was 2 and they removed this else statement here, then no branch will execute. Correct. Okay. Level 5 level 5 uses the equals to, or same or like the same number, so is equal to, known as the equal operator, to mean equals. Example, x is equal to means x is equals 9. Start. Oh, it wants me to do the outputs. Okay. So num apples is 3. So is num apples, so is 3 less than 5? Yes. Put C in the output. And then, oh, C, G, because this one will always trigger no matter what. Oh, come on. Seriously, what? It always wants me to press return in order to get it right. Don't tell me now it doesn't. Oh my god, that's so annoying. 1 is greater than 3. That's false. So we're going to do DK like Donkey Kong. Is 5 less than 5? That's false. So it's going to be DH. 9 less than 2? No, false. 9 less than 7? That's also false. So we're going to put KP. That's true. Last one here. Is 5 equal to 4? That's false. Is 5 equal to 30? That's also false. And we're just going to output H because the only one that will trigger is this last statement here. And that is correct. Oh, why is there not a move on? Did I finish the whole class? Am I done? No. Wish. All right. There's no link. Oh, that's probably why. It's hiding. Oh, you guys can't see it. It was hiding behind my taskbar. All right. So, okay. Oh, it looks like I went ahead on this one too. Oh, it looks like I just got that far. All right. Detecting equal values with branches. Detecting if two items are equal using an if statement. If a program commonly needs to determine if two items are equal, example, if a hotel gives a discount for guests on their 50th wedding anniversary, a program to calculate the discount can check if a variable num years is equal to the value of 50. A programmer can use an if statement to check if two values are equal. An if statement executes a group of statements if an expression is true. The statements in a branch must be indented, typically 4 spaces. The example below, equal, the equality operator, evaluates to true if the left and the right side are equal. If num years is 50, then num years equals 50, evaluates to true. Note, the equality operator is not this equal sign because this equal sign is an assignment operator. Hotel rate 150, num years 50. So once it hits here, num years is equal to 50 will be true. So this will execute here. Bam! That's true. Congratulations on 50 years of marriage. Your new hotel rate is 50 divided by 2, 75. Boom, boom. Print. Your hotel rate is $75. Dang, you got a good discount. All right. What is the final value of num items? Okay, so bonus val is equal to 10. Num is assigned 1. I keep saying equal to 10, but it's actually an assignment. So technically it's bonus val is assigned the variable 10. I'm sorry, the value 10. The variable is bonus val. The variable num items is assigned with value 1. If bonus val is equal to 10, num items is assigned num items plus 3. So num if bonus val is equal to 10, which is true, so that means this would trigger and num items will be assigned num items plus 3, which is 4. That is correct. Uh, bonus val 0, num items 1. If bonus val is equal to 10, which is false, this would not trigger. So that means that num items would not increment plus 3 and would just remain 1. Yay. Okay. Uh, I believe I can actually give me 1 second. Um, not sure. Not sure. I'm not sure what this means. Okay. Um, um, I don't know. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Okay. Where the equality operator checks whether two values are equal, the inequality operator, so exclamation mark equals, so evaluates to true if the left and right side are not equal or different. So basically, it's saying x is not equal to y. That's how you would say that. An expression involving an equality or inequality operator evaluates to a Boolean value. A Boolean value is a type that has two values, true or false. So this is the equals to and not equals to. This means that A has the same exact value as B, and this means that A does not have the same value as B. So uh, X is not equal to 3. So if X was 3, X is not equal to 3. Well, that's false because 3 is equal to 3. But if X is 3 and Y is 4, then X is not equal to 4. So that means it is true. Indicate whether the expression evaluates to true or false. X is 5, Y is 7. So is X equal to 5? Then yes, X is equal to 5. Is X equal to Y? So 5, 7. No, it's not equal to. Is Y not equal to 7? So that's false because 7 is equal to 7. Is Y not equal to 99? Well, Y does not have the same value. 7 does not have the same value as 99. So not equal to, which is true. X is not equal to Y. X 5, Y 7. That is true because 5 is not equal to 7. Type the equality or inequality operator to make the expression true. Um, type the equality or inequality operator to make the expression true. So this would be numdogs is 0. Oh, okay, so we are saying that numdogs is 0. So we're going to do the equal to operator, the equals operator, right? Is that what it called it? That is called, yeah, equality operator. Okay. Num dogs and num cats are the same on this one. So it's saying that it's equal to. Num dogs and num cats differ. So that means it's not equal to. Num dogs is, excuse me, num dogs is either less than or greater than num cats. Um, well, if it's greater or less than, so it's not equal to either way, so it's going to be not equal to. User character is the character X. So equal to, I mean, if this is a string X and that's a string X, yeah. Okay. So this is about as far as I made it yesterday, kind of going ahead a little bit. Um, let's see, hold on one sec here. I'm not sure how to do this. One sec here. One sec, one sec, one sec. One second. Un minuto, por favor. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. I don't want to invite anybody, really. Okay. Not really sure what it's having me do. Okay. Like, how do I put that? Put that? Sorry, distracted. Okay. Uh, an if-else statement executes one group of statements when an expression is true, another group of statements when the expression is false. In the example below, the if-else statement outputs if a number entered by the user is even or odd. If the statement executes if div remainder is equal to 0, and the else statement executes if div remainder is not equal to 0. So it will take this, then it will take the div remainder, user num, so we're using the modulo expression, so user modulo 2, so the remainder of username, or I'm sorry, user number, and then it's evaluating whether uh, the remainder is true, so equal to, which is true. Now it's going to do 45. It'll do the same expression. 45 remainder. What's the remainder of 45? It's 1. So no, that's false. And then it will output the else statement. Uh, so let's see here. What is the final value of num items? Okay. Well, if bonus val is equal to 12, then this will trigger. So this will be 100. What is the final value of num items? So bonus val is equal to, or is assigned 11. So uh, if bonus val is equal to 12, which is false, else num items is 200. So bonus val 15, num items 44. If bonus val is equal to 14, false, so it goes down to else. Num items is assigned num items, so 44 plus 6, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So 50, and then now num items is holding the value of 50, and then this last statement here is basically saying 50 num items is 50 plus 1, so 51. Correctamundo. What is the final value of bonus val? Bonus val is 11. So if bonus val is not equal to 12, which is true, so bonus val will be 11 plus 1, which is 12. Just here, real quick. Okay. All right. What is the final value of bonus val? All right. So if bonus val is equal to 12, which is true, so this will trigger. Bonus val will be 12 plus 2, so 14. And then we'll take 3 times bonus val, which is now 14. So 3 times 14. Um, I'm going to get my handy dandy calculator for the math problems that I can't do in my head because math is not my friend. So what did we say? So we said 12, 13, 4. So we said 14, and then 3 times 14 is 42. So that would be it. And then there's no other statements to trigger after that. So 42 should be the final answer, and it is. All right, translate each description to an if else statement as directly as possible. Not checked, but please indent and branches statements. A consistent number spacing. Okay. Anyway, if user equals 2, okay, so we'll do user age equals 62. Okay. So we'll do user age equals 62 and then assign item discount with 15. Oh, it's saying if user. Okay. So if user age is 62, I don't know how many indentions it was. It's like, was it like 3 maybe? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 5, 6. I'm gonna do 6. If user age is 62, so equals 62, item discount, assign item discount with 15, else is lowercase, right? Yeah. Else, um, oh, I keep doing tab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Else assign item discount with 0. Okay, so if if user age is equal to, so we're going to do the quality expression here. So if user age is equal to 62, item discount is 15. Assign item discount is assigned 15. Else assign the item discount 0. So we'll check that. That is correct. If num people equals 10, so if num people is equal to, is equal to 10, you got to do a colon for the if statement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Execute group size. So execute group size is assigned 2 times group size. Otherwise, so else colon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So else colon, and then so it wants us to do 2 times group size. Otherwise, execute group size, right? Group size is assigned 3 times group size size plus, oh no, and so it would actually do num people because it wants us to do 2 different assignments for group size and num people. Num people is num people minus 1. Okay, so let's double check it. So if num people is equal to 10, we're going to execute group size is assigned 2 times group size. Otherwise, or else, group size is assigned 3 times group size, and num people will be assigned num people minus 1. So we'll do that check, and that did come out as correct. Awesome possum. And then okay, so last one here. So if num players does not equal, so we'll do num players. So we'll do the not equal to 11. And you always end an if statement with a colon. So we're going to do a colon at the end here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Execute team size is assigned 11, else 3, 4, 5, 6, else uh, team size is assigned num players, and then it says no matter the excuse me the value of num players, execute team size. Okay, so that will be, so we're going to do an if else statement here. So if else, and then we'll do an else statement here. Well, actually, we can have two else statements, I believe, right? So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So team size num players. So otherwise, execute team size is assigned num players. Then, no matter the value, num players. Oh, it's saying no matter the value. So I think it's actually saying at the end of the if expression, this will execute no matter what. So num players. I'm sorry. It will say no matter what the num players is, the team size will always expression will always execute. So we'll remove the if else statement. We'll do 2 times team size. So team size is assigned 2 times team size. So this will execute no matter which one of these appear as true. So we'll check that, and that is correct. All right, bear with me one sec here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so branches with equality and inequality operators enter the output. Okay, so we got to enter the output of these here. So number of puppies is assigned 5. Um, if num puppies is equal to 5, I'm sorry, 4, well, this is automatically false because it is not equal to 4. So this else will print F, and then we can see here that this here will print no matter what, or execute no matter what. So we'll do H. Oh, and it is a print statement, so it's actually going to be F new line H new line, and that is correct. Okay, so if num apples is not equal to 4, which is correct, 5 does not equal 4. So that's true, so print C. And then this print statement, it's outside of the if expression or if statement, so this print will always execute. Okay, oh, there was only 2 of them there. Okay. Write an if else statement for the following. If barcode check digit is equal to 8, execute group ID if ID 1. Else execute group ID is assigned in barcode check digit. Okay, so if barcode check digit is 3, then group ID is 3. Oh, it's wanting me to, okay, write an if statement for the following. Okay, so it's taking an input for barcode check digit. So if barcode check digit is equal to 8, group ID is assigned 1, else group ID is assigned barcode check digit. Okay, so let's see, let's check that. I put the colon, okay. Okay, perfect, so it did come out correct. Okay, so write an if-else statement for the following. So, whoops. If num, oops, if num difference is equal to -16, then we'll execute total difference is assigned -25, else execute, oops, I don't know why I'm typing execute, total difference is assigned num difference. There's no period. So just remember at the end of each if or else statement, you got to add that colon, otherwise you'll get an error. Okay, so total difference is assigned, whoops, I forgot the assignment operator, so let's add that, is assigned dump difference. Okay, let's go ahead and check that then. Okay, that came out perfect. All right, multi-branch if statements. Multi-branch if statements. Okay, hold on one second. Let me see something here. Un momento, por favor. Uno momento, por favor. Why do you have to be so loud? Jeez. Come on, Lee. Come on. Okay, that didn't work out as planned, but whatever. I do what I want. One sec, please. Hola. Why? I'm trying to figure out why. I'm trying to figure out why. Okay, never mind. Anyway, okay. Commonly, a program may need to detect several specific values for a variable. An if-else statement can be extended to have 3 or more branches. Additional branches use the elif keyword, which means else if. Each branch's expression is checked in a sequence. As soon as one branch's expression is found to be true, that branch's expression executes, and no subsequent branches is considered. If no expression is true, the else branch executes. The example below detects values of 1, 25, or 50 for variable num years. So we can see here that basically it has an if expression here. If this statement is true, this will trigger. Elif, this statement will trigger. So statements that execute when expressional is false, the expression 2 is true. So this second branch, the elif, will trigger. If neither of these are true, your else will trigger. Okay. Multi-branch if-else examples. So it's taking the input for number of years, and it's checking is number of years equal to 1 or is it equal to 10, or is it equal to 25, or is it equal to 50? If it is equal to 1, it'll have your first year. Great. If it is equal to 10, then a whole decade's impressive. Number, if it equals to this, but we can see that it's using elif, number of years, elif, and then finally at the end, else. Okay, so we'll take a look at this right here. What is the umamunto? Okay. Uh, what is the final value of employee bonus for each given value of num cells? Okay, so if num cells is equal to 0, so what is the final value of employee bonus for each given value of num cells? Okay, so it's saying that num cells is 2. Okay, so this isn't equals 2, so it doesn't have equals 0. Okay, hold on. Okay, so if num cells is equal to 2, which is false because 2 does not equal 0, this one's elif equal to 1, automatically false because it's not equal to 1. This elif here, elif num cells is equal to 2, well, 2 is equal to 2, so this one will trigger. So employee bonus equals 5. So we'll check 5, and that is correct. Num cells is 0. Okay, so 0, this first one will trigger, bonus 0. We'll check that. That is correct. And then 7, L. So none of these elifs or this if statement is correct because neither of them equals 7. But we do have an else statement. So else employee bonus is 10. So we'll do 10 since all the other statements failed. And that is correct. All right. If dimensions is to output two-dimensional space, otherwise output not a two-dimensional space. Okay, so it's wanting us to do an if-else statement here. So if dimensions is equal to 2, we will print, 1 second again. Okay. All right. Uh, okay, so where are we? All right. So we will output if dimensions is equal to 2. So we'll print out we'll print out two-dimensional, come on, dimensional space. We'll print two-dimensional space. Otherwise, so we'll do an else statement here. else print not a two-dimensional Ashley. I love you, Ashley. Not a two-dimensional space. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and check that. And did it, what did I do? Oh, I didn't capitalize the T. There we go. That comes out to, yep, that's correct. Oh, wait, no, it's not. What did I do? Oh, I spelt it wrong. Ugh. Oh, there it is. Dimensional. So S, two-dimensional space, not a two-dimensional space. Okay, so that should come out correct now. Okay, perfect. So now it wants us to, okay, so if year count is, if year count is, let's see, 10. So if year count is equal to 10, then we'll print, then we will print decade, right? And then we'll do an elif statement. So elif year count is equal to 100, then we'll print century. Otherwise, so else print another period of time. Okay, so we added making sure we added the colon after the if statement, the elif statement, and the else statement. Everything looks spelt correctly, so let's go ahead and check that. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next level on that one. Okay, so this one wants us to do a few things here. So if num sides is equal to 5, we're going to print pentagon. Elif num sides is equal to 6, we want to print hexagon. So it wants 2 additional elifs. So then we'll do elif num sides is equal to 8. We're going to print octagon. Else print Unexpected, unexpected polygon. Okay, so let's make sure we did the number of elifs it wanted us to do. So if number of sides is equal to 5, we'll print this statement. If it is elif it's equal to 6, we'll print this statement. Elif num sides is equal to 8, we'll print this last statement here. Otherwise, so else, we are going to print unexpected polygon. So let's check that. Okay, and that came out correct. Perfect. So it now looks like we're going to do detecting ranges with branches. So um, let's see. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm going to be back though because I need to get some water. Okay. Okay. Detecting ranges using if, else if, else. All right, so a common programming task is to detect if a value lies within a certain range and then perform an action depending on where the value lies. So if Timmy is less than 6, he can play Pee Wee soccer. If Timmy is between 6 and 17, he can play junior league soccer. And if he's older than 17, he can play professional soccer. An if else structure can detect number ranges with each branch performing a different action for each range. So each expression only needs to indicate the upper range part. If execution reaches an expression, the lower range part is implicit from the previous expression being false. So let's take a look at this here. Kids of various ages may wish to play soccer. A soccer club may not have a team of um, for kids 5 and under. So 5 or under. Okay. One level of teams is listed as under 8. So 6 to 7, which is understood to mean 7 or 6, but not 5 or younger. Okay. Likewise, 10 means 9 to 8. Okay, so it is when you're using range, the range like 8 and 9, or using 10, 10 is not inclusive, it looks like. Um, so, okay, all right, let's move on. An if else if structure can elegantly capture ranges. When an expression is checked, the reviewer knows that all previous expressions are false, thus defining the low range end. So, um, okay, so it's just using, the less than and greater than expressions here. So let's see, indicate the range corresponding to each branch. X is a non-negative integer. So if X is less than branch 1, so less than 10. So that would be ranges from 0 to 9. If else if X is less than 20, and so that will give us ranges from 10 to 20. So if execute reaches here, the previous expression of x less than 10 must be false, meaning x is 10 or greater. Let's see, else if x is less than 30, okay, so this is going to be 20 to 29, and then the remainder will go into the else statement here. Okay. Indicate the range detected by the expression, assuming each question continues a single if, else structure. Type ranges as 25 to 29. So if x is greater than 100, so um, this would be 0 to 99. What is more than 100? Oh, okay. So it's going to start at 1 then. Uh, oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, so it would actually be 101 to infinity because it's a greater sign. So 100, anything greater than 100, basically to an infinite number. So that's correct. Else, if x is greater than 50. So basically anything from 51 to 99, I believe. Or is it 100? Oh, okay, so it has to be 100. So that means the 100 is going to be, the previous number is going to be inclusive, where 50 is exclusive, so it's not going to print out 50, it'll be 51. Else infinity. Else infinity. So infinity to 0. Since the previous expression evaluated to false, what is the largest value x could have here? Well, I mean, it could have negative infinity to um, to 50 actually, right? 50? Yeah, because we ended with 51. Okay. All right, so I am going to actually, I'm going to end this live here and now, because I have to go on TikTok live 3 times for 25 minutes each in order to share my screen, which is redonkulous.
But I'm gonna take a break here. How do I how can I express that I'm gonna break? Okay, how can I create a thingy that says on break? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I know. Can I do an overlay on this? Can I do pop out dashboard channel settings, edit maybe? Customization, no, cancel. Um, Channel level settings? Oh, set up an overlay for your breaks. This overlay will, okay, so use default overlay. Save. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what that means. So I don't know how to add an overlay. That'd be cool. It'd be cool if I did. Um, I don't know how else to explain it. All right. Well, anyway, I will be right RB. All right. Oh, I thought I did this last one. If this is a if is this a reasonable if else structure? If else structure. Type yes or no. If x is less than 100, branch 1. Else, if x is less than 200, branch 2. Else. Because of this right here, I want to say less than 100. Well, I guess it could be less than 200. So, I mean, like 99, this would be true, but also this would also be true. But if this is first, this will trigger first. I feel like I feel like I want to say no. I'm going to say no. If execution reaches the expression x is less than 150, the previous expressions of x less than 200 must have been false, meaning x is greater or 200. X is 200 or greater. Thus, x 150 can never be true. All right. Coral pseudocode comments. This section uses a pseudo language called Coral. Unlike Python, comments that begin with pound or hashtag, whatever you want to call that, Coral comments begin with 2 forward slashes. So indicate the range covered by the following decision. Assume x is non-negative integer. So uh, less than 10, less than 24. So that's going to be 1 to 9, right? So range covered 9, and then from 10 to 23. So let's try that. So x is non-negative. So 0 may be greater. Oh, okay, so it wants a 0. Oh, is it wanting it for this or for both? 0 to, oh. So is it wanting it for this then? Like 0 to 14? Okay, yeah, I was wanting it for this expression here. Yeah, okay. So less than 8, less than 15. So this would cover 0 to 7. And then this one would be 7 to 14. And then 15 on. Right? This one would be 0 to 15. And then this one would be 16 to 30. Perfect. Let's see. Where are we on this anyway? We're on detecting ranges with branches general, detecting ranges with branches, detecting ranges with using logic. Okay, okay. The sequential nature of multi-branch if-else statements is useful to detect ranges of numbers. In the following example, the second branch expression is only reached if the first expression is false. So the second branch is taken if user age is less than 16, is false, so 16 or greater, and user age is less than 25, meaning user age is between 16 and 24, inclusive. User age get input, 22 is less than 16, less than 25, that's true. Is user age less than 16? False. Is it less than 25? Yes. Okay. Type the range for each branch. Type ranges 25 to 19 or as, okay. Let's see, start. So range for x equals 2. So if x equals 2, that means 0 to 9. That means 9 to 19 is covered. Oh, I'm sorry, no, 10. And then ranges for x3. So this one would be 20 to 29 because you don't include the 30. And then number 4 is basically 30 plus. Type the range for the given branch. Assume x is non-negative integer. So this would be, so y minus 1. So that would be 0 to 18. Yep. And then for y2 equals 2, that would be 6 to 13. Y3 will be 27 to 40. Perfect. Oh, keep going. And then Y4 is anything that is 47 and above. Correctamundo. Okay. I feel like I'm going to make this a two-parter because I feel like I need to take a break. I don't want to overwork myself here. So come back here in about maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Otherwise, I am going to make this a part 1 of part 8. So here in 30 minutes to an hour, I'll do part 8.5. And then we'll continue with detecting ranges with branches and continue from there. See you then.